What I'm doing right here, right now, I'm leaving a mark right here so that whenever they cross this area into the camp property to destroy the rest of the little bit of wood that's here. So we are going to clean this whole area that they have deforested. Most of it, the things that you see here was damage that they did. So what we're doing now, we're trying to clean this area so that we can have a visual view of the area that they're coming in from. Because what he's doing is using his property over here, or the property that they control over here, to go into the government land, which they call Cocoon. Now Cocoon is a strong garrison in this area. And Cocoon content is another forestry reservoir, and their whole intention is to use this area right here to get into those forestry to deforest it. And that's the situation I'm facing. 25 years I've been fighting these people because of the political tie, and he's justice of the peace, deputy mayor. He has connection within the system. So he's a very difficult character and a very slick one at the same time. This is what Jamaica is all about. So him being a member of the syndicate and the parties in power, he feels that he can do whatever he pleases when he pleases because he's above the law. He has shot at me several times. He has chased me, he has tied me up, he has locked me up, he has had the police beat me. They have done damages to my mouth, damage to my jaw. I've been shot in my head, bust my skull, all kinds of things to hurt me. Tie me up with rope, drive me 5-6 miles away, and put me in a hospital, send someone in to kill me. All these things I face right here in Jamaica. And when I was encouraged to go to the police, I went to Area 1 and I speak to one Deputy Superintendent of Police, Stinnett. That same day that I spoke to Stinnett, after leaving Stinnett office and reached back to the Rambler area, the area that I'm in, the police stopped us, and stopping at the police station for several times, speaking to one detective from the CID. His name isn't hitting at me, but as the days go along, the name will hit at me and I'll get back to him. He kept us there for a while, and on the way home, we was approached by police hiding in the bush, came out the bush with M16, tried to stop the bus we were in. We got through that area and had to flee for our life for several miles till we got to an area there were people. Gunshots were fired at the bus on that same day, and it just so happened that the police that came there were from Area 1, the same area that we had just went to report his criminal activity and his behavior. Later on, after doing some investigation on my own, I found out that Deputy Superintendent Stinnett is supposed to be, I said, from the information I gather, one of his in-laws, married to someone of his relatives. He claimed that his family is very big and very powerful, the Leslies, here in Hanover. What he does is he uses other people to do his bidding most of the time, so he doesn't show up till after the situation. They have robbed thousands, going into millions of dollars worth of wood from off my property, the hole in the wall, and also out of the forestry department and the government land. Right now, this was his major movement on me, and I stopped it in the bud because the police came in, and when the police came in, they ran. And why did they run if it was what they weren't doing was against the law? So they ran and they left some wood, and we have basically cleaned up the wood, and what we're doing is cleaning the area that they have destroyed, which is this area that I'm sitting in. Like I said, where I'm sitting right here, right now, this is where the surveying marker is below these rocks right here. And I will take a picture to verify this position because he will try to move it. He has moved several of these surveying markers with the intention of getting me into more problem and more financial to get the whole place again resurveyed. But due to the fact that there's other things that's more important right now. But this is where we are today. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this fence line. This is the original fence line, as you can see by the wire that's here. This wire is like about maybe 50 years old or more, if not. And this was the first wire. It's very thick, very heavy. You'll see this wire. Well, what he has done, he has destroyed this line that separates the hole-in-the-wall property on the right and here on the other side, so that he could take the lumber that was on this property. This is something that he has been doing from before I got here, because he claimed that he's the garrison leader. And this is one of Eastern Hanover's strong garrison up in the mountains that nobody knew about. Many people came through here, these woods right here, to come here because it's off the main road. It's not on the main road. There is no main road coming here. This is a private road, not a parochial road. So the government is not responsible for this road. So this is where he does most of his crime and gets away with it. The criminals come to the top of the mountain from different community, Arden Grove, Bun Ground, Cops, Liti, Cocoon, Forest, you name it, all of them area, they come to here. There are roads and tracks that go to these mountains that leads them right to the house down there that's next to the camp building. That was where he claimed was his house and where him and his wife and child was living. But that was his headquarters that he gave out orders to steal ballot box, hurt people, kill people. And he has gotten away with it for the longest. I am the last person that he will shoot at. I've shot at. Since he has shot at me, he has shot animals and has lost the license for his gun. He shot at a cow and lost his license, and he shot at me and tied me up and still had his gun license, still was a justice of the peace, and became the deputy mayor of Lucy, Eastern Hanover, a criminal fucking parish, excuse my expression. So I'm going to give you a little walking tour today.